Hi everyone, I'm back again, Buffett. This is another video, Buffett. This is Mzansi political channel. Thank God this VAT issue, Buffett, has been settled and everything has been put in the past. Now we can focus on other issues now. The VAT issue is has been put aside because it has been cancelled amidst the cry of the people. So now there's Helen Zille reveals ANC secret settlement attempt over VAT hike. I don't know if these stories are still relevant, but I'm gonna read for you the article. The article is written by Manyane. It says the battle of the two largest parties in government of national unity over the value-added tax continues as the DA federal chairperson Helen Zille accused the ANC of attempting to take credit for halting the proposed increase while Treasurer requested to settle the matter out of court. So the ANC, the DA is claiming that the ANC was forced by them to leave this issue of the VAT increase. So Zille, during the DA briefing on VAT victory last week, said she received a call from the party's lawyers saying Finance Minister Enoch Godongwana wants to settle the matter out of court. You guys, I laugh, man. It's like these are personal issues. These are government issues. These are issues of of national interest. These people are making like is something that is personal. It's something that affects Godongwana personally. Like let's settle out of court. Like as if it's an issue that's affecting him personally, and this is an issue that's affecting the poor. Godongwana doesn't. Is not affected by these issues. Kodongan and his comrades and the whole load of them are not affected by these issues. So now they handle these issues like they handle the country like it's their personal. Let me continue. She said it became clear that the ANC had been informed of the approach after the governing party cancelled their meeting and announced that it would hold a press briefing with the small parties on April 24. Zille said the DA realized that the ANC would be forced to withdraw the VAT increase decision because of the case brought by the opposition party. Zille said the DA decided to put facts on the table and organize a media briefing on April 24 because the ANC wanted to credit smaller parties for this. Or the DA wants to take credit. She said this was the reason the DA continued with the case despite Godongwana's request and his decision to suspend the proposed increase. So Godongwana and his friends, they felt that they would lose. But they guessed that they will lose, or they foresaw that they will lose. The VAT rate hike was initially introduced in the 2025 budget speech delivered on March 12, 2025. In that speech, Godongwana announced a two-step increase in the standard VAT, an increase from the current rate of 15% to 15.5%, originally planned to be effective by May 1st. Everyone received those SMSs from banks to everything, telling you that the VAT will be increased. But they never sent us another SMS that the VAT has been cancelled. Hey, these people, they probably increased it because capitalism is another headache in our poor backs. A second increase bringing the VAT rate to 16% was expected from April 1, 2026, subject to the passing of enabling legislation by Parliament within 12 months. However, on April 27, the Western Cape High Court ordered that a proposed increase in the VAT rate be suspended, formally scrapping the measure. This was after Godongwana withdrew his decision to the application, saying in an affidavit filed on the same that he had done so after realizing that he had no political support for a VAT increase. Yeah, who will support you politically? Because this was the political suicide to the ANC. Tokoti is asking him to table alternative revenue proposal. During the media briefing last week, the ANC said this was a political decision that was reached after substantive engagement between the leading party and 10 other parties in parliament. The parties include the Inkatha Freedom Party, Action SA, Pan-Africanist Congress, Rise Mzansi, Build One South Africa, United Democratic Movement, AI, Patriotic Alliance, Good Party, and National Coloured Council. So you guys need to remember this part when you're voting. That way they were on your side or they were on that side. Don't just vote in taking the future of your kids in away in people. Just like the people who vote for Iketlena 8. The party said Godongwana communicated on a new process to adopt the revised framework that will be tabled on May 21. The parties represented at the briefing also agreed that the DA court case did not influence the reversal of the VAT, adding that the party was claiming an undeserved and easy victory. Zille said ANC wanted to reach a secret out-of-court settlement while holding a press conference to pretend that smaller parties had achieved this. She added that Godongwana's lawyers approached the DA lawyers for a settlement because they knew they had a weak case in court. In telling the rest of the ANC about the planned out-of-court settlement, the condition of confidentiality had been breached by the ANC, Zille said. Guys, in our time and our secret. What happened? LTI's DA is playing double standard. That was Zille. They will preach about transparency, but transparency to them is transparency when it's happened to the black parties. But when it's the DA, things of national interest, the things we fool. So we went to the public about the approach of the ANC lawyers to show that they knew they were going to lose the court case, but they wanted to get out of it by giving kudos to the smaller parties. We don't like these games, we prefer the facts. So we put the facts on the table, she said. Zille said the ANC then instructed their lawyers to withdraw the settlement offer. So we tabled a new affidavit to seek the court nullification of the VAT increase on Friday. We can't recall the exact date, and by Sunday our lawyers had negotiated a settlement agreement in which the minister and the speaker agreed to the nullification of the fiscal framework and agreed to each pay 50% of our cost, she said, adding that the ANC is fed up because the DA pulled the rug from under their strategy. So the DA saw the ANC strategy. The DA and the ANC, man, these people are different sides of the same coin. I'm telling you. ANC and the DA, they in it for themselves, for their personal goal. Because the DA, they had a settlement, they had a proposal for the ANC to scrap expropriation and the Bella bill for them to support them in the VAT. So the ANC refused to do that. Now they went to court. So now who's fooling Mune? They're not doing things out of their good heart or whatever. They are hidden agendas. Anyway, that was an article, guys. So tell me what do you think. Please subscribe, like, let's grow the page, Buffett. And those who are crying about a volume, I improved by a little bit, Buffett. My volume, I think you can hear it a little bit better now, so we can grow the channel, Buffett. This is your boy Sim Tembele. This is Mzansi Political Journal, Buffett. See you on the next video.